Breaking tonight, Rand Paul coming out swinging with just 24 hours to go until tomorrow night's GOP debate. The senator has released a new ad in which he touts himself as, quote, a real conservative, a message we are told that's not only an effort to separate himself from the pack, but from one candidate in particular. Joining me now, Senator Rand Paul. Great to see you tonight, Senator. And so you said in an interview that, quote, I'm not going to sit quietly by and let the disaster that is Donald Trump become the nominee. Do you want someone who appears to still be in grade school to be in charge of the nuclear arsenal? Someone has to bring him down. How do you plan to do that?
Well, you know, I think electioneering, running for office is combat. It's intellectual combat, and you have to differentiate yourself from others. I think he's running as a conservative. But the Tea Party movement, we were very wary of fake conservatives, Republicans who said they were conservative, but were actually for big government programs. Donald Trump was for President Obama's stimulus plan, government stimulus plan. No conservative in America was for it. He was for President Obama's Obamacare. No conservative in America was for that either. But the biggest thing that I think really shows who Donald Trump is that when you look at private property rights, sort of the fundamental building blocks of our country, he's for taking property from an individual small property owner and giving it to big corporations like his. And there are no conservatives in America who are for that. So really, I do think he's a fake conservative.
These issues about, his prior liberal positions have been raised repeatedly. They don't touch him in the polls. He continues to surge. Why?
Well, not yet. They will eventually. Ultimately, people are going to have to decide who they want to run the country. And I do mean this very seriously, that someone who's calling another candidate ugly, stupid, fat, all of the things he's been saying about other people, is that really the kind of person that's going to have diplomacy with the Soviet Union or with China? Is that really the kind of person that you want to have in charge of your nuclear arsenal? So I think that sort of unrestrained, uncontrolled narcissism is the best way to put it, is probably not someone you want to have in charge of your nuclear arsenal. So I think that ultimately, right now, 2/3 of the voters are undecided. Ultimately, when they become voters who are actually going to have to make a decision, I think they will think more seriously about whether or not this celebrity that makes them laugh or cringe is really what they want as commander-in-chief.
How about you? Your poll numbers have not been good lately. An ABC News poll on September 10th put you at 5%, number 6 in the pack. Today, CBS has you at 2.7%, number 8 in the pack. Obviously, his numbers are way above yours. Carson's surging. What has happened? Why have your numbers gone down instead of up?
I think right now the race is being influenced by celebrity. I think also, 2/3 of the people in each of the polls are undecided, and the pollster says, oh, no, really, give us who you're kind of leaning towards. So this is a leaner poll of undecided voters who may or may not be voters. So we're not disheartened. In fact, we're working even harder. We've now organized 300 schools across the country, 300 colleges. We have 15 colleges in Iowa that we've organized. We had 600 college students at a rally at Iowa State last week.
Got the ground game going.
So we're doing. Yeah, we're trying very hard on the ground game, and I think things will shift. I think he's reached his crest, and I really think, ironically, Governor Perry leaving the race was the wake-up call to everybody that, my goodness, we're losing candidates that were 3- and 4-term governors of large Republican states, and yet a reality TV star who's most famous for insulting people is somehow leading the pack. I think people are going to wake up and say, oh, my goodness, this guy could actually be the commander-in-chief. And I think they're going to think twice about that.
In a word, I'm out of time, what can we expect from Rand Paul tomorrow night?
I'm going to mix it up because I like to rumble, and I like to make sure people know the differences between the candidates.
Rumble. All right, Senator. We'll see you. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Megan.
And we have exciting news for you about tomorrow night. Tune in to Fox News at 11 o'clock p.m. for complete GOP debate analysis. O'Reilly starts it off right after the debate ends. It's over on another channel, but you're going to want to come here for fair and balanced analysis after it's over, right? Then we'll be on live for a special late edition of the Kelly File at midnight. Ben Carson will be back with us. Plus, we have a Frank Luntz focus group, Mark Thiessen, Chris Stirewalt, and much more. Then stick around live, have a coffee, and join Hannity at 1 a.m. All three of your Fox News primetime hosts are going to be here with you after that debate is over. Keep it right here on FNC. Well, Britt Hume is up next with a report card on what we are hearing from the candidates tonight, plus his guide on what to watch for tomorrow. And then we'll speak with a conservative group that just took out $1 million ad buy in Iowa and ask them why they are spending so much to go after Trump. Plus, I had a chance to sit down with an extraordinary woman, Ashley Smith. She's the woman taken hostage by a killer who just murdered 4 people. And she tells us how faith saved her life in the new movie that tells her story.
Ashley, have you heard of this book, The Purpose-Driven Life?
Yeah, I have.
It can help. Help me.
Thanks.